discuss these major stories with us is political and public affairs analyst Jide. Mr. Jide, welcome again to Dateline Abuja.
My pleasure.
All right, so let's get to it. It was a very busy week. Everything seemed to be happening at the exact same time. I think one of the things that stood out for me during the week was the NSIB report, because that's something that we had been following up on. The chair of the NSIB kept his word. He said he was going to get us this report out in 30 days, and he did. But it's a damning report. It puts the Railway Corporation in very bad light. What do you make of these things that are being said about why that train derailed in Asham?
Very unfortunate, and as should normally rule for that act of negligence. Thankfully, there was no fatality, but some people got injured, and we don't know whether their injury is permanent. And you knew that some repairs were done, badly done, prior to that. Who was supposed to validate the repairs, the engineers or the technicians? Because they said where there was supposed to be a switch, something broke and was not properly mended and all of that. And they put a lot of lives at risk. Remember, train is mass transit. A train, one movement of train can carry more than aircraft would at a point if it's filled to capacity. So you could see a lot of injuries. And what if the passengers have been abducted? We have had that experience prior to now, where families of the abductees have to cover huge sums of money to bail out their loved ones. So I think there should be sanctions. It's not just to lament and agonize about that report. And it's good that we have the NSIB looking at it. I never knew their mandate covers and even trains. I thought it's just the airplanes, but it's good to know. I mean, I'm also
it's all means of transport. He actually clarified that. He said it's all means of transport. When you say heads should roll, from the Nigerian Railway Corporation? Naturally, yes, because they are the operators of that service. All right, so let's move on to something else that happened during the week. We saw the particulars of the people coming out for the area council elections. We've talked about this before. We've tried our best to put the foot of area council chairmen to the fire. They have somehow managed to stay away from the limelight. I don't know if that's a product of their job. Maybe they don't want to talk about it, or maybe they've been told not to talk about what they do. But we now have to elect them. And I think it's a very important conversation. When it comes to the FCT minister, he wasn't elected by the people. No. He's an appointee of the president. So demanding accountability from him, it's because, the president put you here. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? But when it comes to area council chairman, we literally voted you into office. And we're about to see another round of elections next year. What do you make of this area council chairman and how they've been running the FCT and not being able to give the accountability that the people need from them?
Incidentally, Kayla, this forthcoming election, their tenure will be for 4 years. Yes. For the first time. For the first time, it's always 3 years. So they're now going to enjoy same tenure as that of president and governor. So we need to shine our eyes in making our choice for the next set of area councillors and chairmen. They have the privilege, I will call it privilege, of having their council situated in the Federal Capital Territory, which means that they enjoy. It's like when you have senior brothers and you are the last born, pass me down.
Because federal might is here.
Federal is even the one spending. Federal is the one spending the bulk of resources, improving infrastructures all over the place. And then the FCT, luckily we have Yeson Wike doing human's job in terms of infrastructural development. I mean, not like his politics, but I like his delivery, service delivery in terms of infrastructure. And then, so this is the third. But, you know, the last time I was here, we were discussing this whole area council stuff. Now, we had teachers going on strike for 3 months. Primary school teachers. Over what? Non-payment of 70,000 minimum wage. It's a shame. It's a shame. You are making huge sums of money, and I don't think the FCT minister, although we have this issue of JAC, Joint State Local Government Account, I don't know whether they form a distributable pool or whatever. But I think FCT minister shouldn't have even allowed that to linger for that length of time before. That's a whole term lost for FCT school children, pupils. But eventually the reason prevailed. They've called back, they've gone back to work. But we haven't seen, even though I watched the FCT minister on news yesterday, was saying that they are improving the quality of the classrooms, they are renovating some classrooms, they are also paying attention to hospitals. Well, we need to see work fasting on this. I recall that doctors in FCT also went on warning strike, 7 days warning strike, and thereafter on indefinite strike before the minister resumed from vacation, and few days after the call off. But I think these are things we should not be seeing. All the major roles are taken care of by the federal government, given the fact that this is where you have all the embassies, the diplomatic community and all of that. And being the federal capital, what Lagos was enjoying is now what our FCT is enjoying. So I think if only our area council administrators, chairmen and councillors could do, there are a lot of, access roads, trunk C roads that are impassable, especially during this rainy season.
Let's even say that they don't have the finances to
do. They should. Because we're
talking about an FCT that has a refuse problem. Have you seen that heap?
Solid.
That heap of refuse in Utako. There's an area council chairman.
It's not only in Utako. It's all over.
He's everywhere. Yes,
it's everywhere.
We're seeing a pile up of trash.
Solid waste disposal challenge. But you see, that's why people of FCT needs to shine their eyes in electing successor to this. There is, aside from the refuse problem, there's also the management of motor parks, the stouts, and look at the unfortunate incident at Mabushi, where a couple and their son or child died, all because some touts from NURTW were trying to molest the driver. All of this should not be happening in a civilized environment like the FCT. The Constitution has already highlighted areas, functions of area councils, and they are there in the Constitution. For, I think, the 4th or 5th schedule. The management of parks, liquor license, bicycle TV licensing, management of cemeteries, and all of that. So, if there is already a constitutional rule, there should not be an overlap, and area councils should be up and doing. They should just not hide under the umbrella of paucity of funds, because that's the excuse under Buhari administration. Now, we saw what FAC just shared recently, was it last week, which is the highest thus far. The three apps, they all get their own share. And unlike Lagos, that we understand that there are LCDs. In FCT, we don't have LCDs. There are just 6 of them. And their money is supposed to be paid directly to them, arising from Supreme Court decision of July 11, 2024, that the funds meant for local government should go directly to them. So if the FCT minister has not been interfering in their funds, they should be able to do a lot more than they are offering.
Anyway. I think this is going to be different. I don't know why I feel that way. I just believe that this is going to be a different election.
I hope so.
Because they're not going to get away with just hiding and no one knows who you are or what you do. They don't do interviews.
No, I think the minister should expose them.
Yes, I think so too.
I think he should expose them. All this coddling and shielding them from public.
I want to thank you very much, Mr. Jide, for making out the time to be with us.
Always a pleasure.
And good luck with all the work you have.
I think you are not trying to make me Mr. FCT. Because almost all the time you bring me here is to come and discuss FCT. I don't think that is fair. But it's all right. Thanks for the opportunity.